Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you just put that in the chat box if you can hear me? Thank you so much. And can you see my screen as well? Perfect. Thank you. So we'll just give it another couple of minutes and wait for the rest to join. There are people still joining in. We'll start in another 2-3 minutes. I think we should start now. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Sumita, and I look after training for Oxford University Press. And today we are going to be talking about the books collection which has moved to the Oxford Academic platform. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat box or raise your hand. I can unmute you and you can speak. So this is the Oxford Academic platform. The URL remains the same. It's academic.oup.com. And we are very excited to tell you that now we have journals and books both in the same platform. So earlier we only had journals on this platform. Now 6 of our book products have moved here. So you don't have to take the trouble of going to different sites to look for different material. On this page, you will see the Explore journals, which will take you to the journals page, which looks pretty much like this. And if you click on Explore Books, it will bring you to this page, which looks like this. Let me first tell you a little bit about our journals. There are about 479 journals on this platform. You can either search using the subject taxonomies here, or you could search by using journals A to Z if you're looking for a particular journal. Just go back. Or you could just do a quick search from here. It also gives you the option of searching across Oxford Academic or searching only books. So you have this drop down here. Or else, if you look at this page and if you search from here, you will get to see journals, content from journals and books together. We will explore that in a short while. Let's move to the books platform. On the books platform, we have Oxford Scholarship Online, which is a collection of monographic textbooks, pure research-oriented books. And you see, when you search here, you will see that we've partnered with a lot of university partner presses to get you access to more content. So we have the Hong Kong University Press, Yale University Press, Stanford University Press, Columbia University Press, Hong Kong University Press, quite a few learned partner presses who we work in partnership with. Let's go back. Again, here you can browse using the subject taxonomy, or you can just choose books and look for what you want. Then we have very short introductions. Very short introductions are a very easy way or a very nice way to start your research. For a researcher who's just beginning his research, this probably gives you very authoritative content which introduces you to a topic. Again, you have the subject taxonomy, so you can just search through whatever you want through in a particular subject. Then we have Oxford Handbooks. Oxford Handbooks is a collection of research reviews. You get a lot of essays here and from experts in the field. And the best part about all of this is that before the content is out in print, it is already available digitally. So these are some of the latest Oxford handbooks which have been added to our kitty. Then we have the AMA Manual of Style, which is a must-have guide for anyone involved in medical and scientific publishing. Another most important product that has been added is Oxford Medical Textbooks. We have a lot of textbooks which are being used by medical universities. They use print versions of it, and now you have the recent edition of it, like the Oxford Textbook of Psychiatry, the Oxford Textbook of Clinical Medicine. So, you can search these and look for any particular book that you're interested in. So I'm going to Oxford Clinical Medicine. So you see here, it tells you some of the very interesting books that we have. You can either choose a particular book that you're interested in, or you can choose a particular phase of medicine, a particular series. So these are the textbooks that we have. So you see quite a lot of content here for you. So this is just to introduce you to what the books platform looks like. Now what I'm going to do is, we will do a quick search. Let's just go back to the main page. This is our books platform, and I'm searching only for books. You see the drop down here has books selected. So let's say I'm searching for something like insomnia. When you look at insomnia, you see you have 8,076 results. And it all tells you that these are book chapters. Now, this is this particular book. You can actually, you see, you can actually choose. When you get this here, if you use any of these filters, you will know that you will get content from Oxford Scholarship Online, which is our monographic content. If you look at series, you might want to choose a handbook, you might want to choose a medical handbook, you might want to choose a textbook here. Now let's say we are looking at insomnia and we are looking at something in social sciences. Let's say we're looking at anthropology, studying human behavior and how it impacts a person's sleep pattern. So now we have 87 results. Now you see this tells you this book is from the Minnesota Scholarship Online. This is the name of the book and this is the name of the chapter. It'll tell you if it is a chapter or not. So you see different textbooks are available here. So since we've chosen anthropology, which is not a medical subject, we could look at different chapters. When you come to, when you've done this result, you see by default, it will show relevance. You can change it to newest first because you're interested in looking at the newest content, in reading the recent research. So we have this. And let's say, what is it that is? That looks like something I might want to read. Okay, let's read this. This is from this particular book, and this is the chapter here. So this is a book chapter. On the left-hand side, you find the name of the book here, and you have the chapters here. So we have opened this particular chapter. If you want to skip chapters, you can actually just, they're all hyperlinked, click on the chapter and open it. You can download the PDF version and save it on your desktop. Another interesting feature that we have included is the split view. When you come to split view, you will get these different tabs. One is content. These are the different chapters that are available. You will get notes related to content here, which you can read, and you will get related content. So if you're interested in reading about this topic, something similar to this from different areas, you can just click on these hyperlinks and you will find access to more content to enrich your research. I'd go back. I'd like to choose now. Let's say I'm looking for something like cyber crime. Please remember, whenever you look for more than one word, always put it in quotation marks. Otherwise, it will look for cyber separately and crime separately, and your number of searches will be much more. So let's look for cyber crime. So we have cybercrime here, and this seems very interesting. It is from the Oxford Handbook of Cybersecurity. So this is from our handbook collection. This is the name of the chapter. Let me just quickly open this chapter. Again, the look and feel remains the same. What I forgot to tell you when we did our search was this DOI. The DOI is available at the book level. It is also available at the chapter level, which means each chapter will also have its own DOI. What is the DOI? It's a digital object identifier. It's a permanent reference number. Why is it so important? Let's say 20 years later, there is a sibling in the family who has to do a project on um, cybercrime during the pandemic. Can you imagine how much of research has happened, how much has been published around the pandemic? Is it humanly possible for someone to read all those lakhs of articles? Not possible, no? Therefore, if the professor tells him that, you know what, when you do your project, I want you to refer to these particular chapters or these particular books or these particular journal articles, and he gives them the DOI. It makes it easier for the person to pull up the article because it's a permanent reference number. It will never change. The other advantage is when you go to journals. In journals, journals keep changing publishers. Today a journal is with us, tomorrow it may be with Elsevier. Something that has been with Wiley will probably come to us. So journals keep changing publishers. So it'll be difficult for you to, go to an Oxford site and look for a particular journal. But the DOI will help you to pull it up. I just wanted to see something here, which I still don't see. I'd like to choose another topic in that case. Uh, let me choose. Let me choose something like malaria. Oh no, let me not choose malaria. Let me choose something else. Let me choose economic. Oh God, sorry. Let me choose something from economics. Economic inequality. We move to economic inequality. Now we've got these different. I'm not browsing or filtering because you know how to filter and all of that. There is no rocket science, but let's just look at this. Let's go to the split view. Even this doesn't have anything. Let's see if this has. So you see, when you come to the split view, if the chapter has any figures and tables, it will show up on the split view tab. So these are the different figures and tables, in subjects like geography, economics, science, mathematics, you have a lot of figures and tables available. And if you want to use a particular image or a particular table for your research, you can just download it as a PowerPoint slide. Let's see. Okay, this is just the image. here. So it gives you the option of downloading it as a PowerPoint slide. When you download it as a PowerPoint slide, it automatically has the citation information embedded in it, which means you can safely use it in your projects because it is giving you the information from where it has been derived. So this is another tab that I wanted to show you about our books. Now what we will do is we will do a quick search across the platform. Let's do a normal search on something like, let's say, autoimmune disorder. I'm looking for autoimmune disorder. You see, I've put it in inverted commas. Here we are. We have 251 results. And you see here, it tells you it's a journal article. If there is an image, if there is a book chapter, it will tell you. See, this is a chapter here. It tells you this is a journal article. Now, I am looking for autoimmune disorder, but I do not want anything related to arthritis. There are 5 kinds of autoimmune disorders. You have lupus, you have celiac disease, you have arthritis. So I want to read about autoimmune disorders, but I don't want to read about arthritis because it's not relevant to my research. So I have put not here and I can update it. So from 251 results, it will eliminate everything that has arthritis. Let's see. It's come down to 156. I can also say I want autoimmune disorder and arthritis. So I want articles that talk about arthritis. So I've removed the not now. So what it will do is it will read autoimmune disorder and eliminate everything else that does not have arthritis in it. And here we are, we've got 95 results. The more I narrow down my search, the easier my research becomes. So here I can choose whether I want journal articles, so I'd like to look at chapters. And this is what I get. So here I can choose which series I'm interested in. And generally, read, get the article. There's a lot of external reading here, plenty of hyperlinks embedded so that you can do further research here. And again, if you want further references, you can actually see. But there are people who've also written, so there is a lot of information available here. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is WorldCat. What is WorldCat? It's a huge initiative taken by libraries across the globe. So what does it do? It actually gets information from all the libraries about what content they have. So what will this do? This will tell you, WorldCat will tell you which is the closest library that has this book. So here it says that this is the name of the book. It's available in these languages. And it usually shows the name of a library which is closest to you. The problem is that I am logged in with Oxford credentials. So it will only read something that is close to Oxford. But otherwise, it will tell you which is the library closest to you which has this book. Let me try another search and see. Here. So this is the book that we are talking about. And if you find that this book is interesting, you might want to, let's open this book and see. Find a copy in the library. So these are the libraries closest that have the hard copy of this book. So, if you find that your library doesn't have it, but, a library close to you has it, you can always request your friend to get you that book. And this is the advantage of WorldCat. So that is pretty much about our book content. The other last thing that I'd like to talk about is the information pages that we have included. When we come to the information pages here, you can actually get a lot of help from here. It gives you all the information that you need, especially for librarians. They can view their subscription, they can look at usage statistics, mark records. If you're interested in purchasing, renewals, any information, it's all available here. If you have problem with access, if you're using Shibboleth or Open Athens, you can actually go to institutional access and request for help if you're not being able to set it up. So there's a lot of information here. And last but not the least is this. Now you see, I'm signed in from the Oxford Academic links. But if you look here, you can create personal account is your choice. It's not compulsory. But if you create your personal account, it gives you an advantage. Just like when you shop in Amazon, you have your own account, you can save things to your cart. Similarly, this will help you to save information and use it, like read it whenever you want to read it later. So it becomes your own private bookshelf. So this is an optional feature. Here, you can sign in through your institution. You can sign in with a library card if you have one, if you have a username, password. And if you want help with institutional account management, sign in as an administrator. So these are the new features of this platform that I wanted to talk about. Searching, browsing, all of you are familiar with. Do you have any questions now? I'm leaving it open to all of you. You can either raise your hand or type in the chat box. Yes, I'm looking for some response. Any questions? If there are no questions, at least type that in the chat box. Yes, I've unmuted you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's AG or AG, I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
hi. Yes, Aggie, yes, hi. I am from England and I work for a healthcare library, and nationally we subscribe to a number of electronic books. Is it
Mm-hmm.
possible for us to browse only the books that we subscribe to as an institution instead of everything? And I don't mean searching, I mean browsing.
That is not really possible. What you can do is when you're searching for something, let's say if you're like searching for something, what you can do is just simply select what you have access to, whatever you've purchased.
Mhm.
Just use this filter and it'll automatically give you access to what you've purchased. The other thing that you can do is when you go to the information send when you go to the institutional access, you can view your and you can set that with your library page. But for this, I think you will need help with institutional access. So you can view your subscription and try this manage settings and access. There is an
Thank-
option here.
Okay, thank you.
Someone else is raised. And any other questions? But thank you. That was a very useful question because it's going to make me think about it as well. I don't know why this hyperlink isn't working. Any more questions? Please feel free to ask. I'll just share my email address with you. If you have any doubts later on, please feel free to write to me. I'm sorry if I sound so nasal, but I just had a very bad attack of COVID and my sinuses are all blocked. Somebody else has raised their hand. Let me just see. Uh, oh, AG, it's your hand. It's still raised. Do you have another question or is it the same question?
No, I don't. Sorry, it's a legacy hand. Sorry. I
Oh,
don't
no
know.
problem.
I hope I have taken it down now.
Yes, yes. So I've shared my email address with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to write to me. And all of you have a good rest of the day. Bye.